Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits Liverpool post-match review show. And Liverpool have finally won. We finally won an away game in the Premier League since, unbelievably, September the 14th. Yep, you heard it, September the 14th. It wasn't the best game because, let's be honest, West Ham were terrible. But you got to beat the team that's in front of you. And we needed a win. We needed a performance to a degree, and we got a performance from certain players, namely Wirtz. But at the same time, like I said before, West Ham weren't great, but we shouldn't really worry about that. What we needed was to stop the rot. And today we have stopped the rot, hopefully. Are we back? No, definitely not back after just beating West Ham. But there were good signs in that game. Some people will say it's because we dropped Salah. Some people will say it's because we stiffened up their defence. I'm not too sure why or what the full reason was, but I'm just happy. I'm happy we've won the game. But before I go any further, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and don't forget to hit the notification button. So, where do we start? We started off well, if I'm being completely honest with you. In 4 minutes, Wirtz, good pass through to Isak, plays it across the box. There's a dummy from Gakpo, but Isak skies it. Let's be honest, he should have hit the target. And I was sitting there. I was at the game today. And I just thought to myself, he has to get on target. And Isak in form bangs that top corner. And Isak, just out of rhythm, should really still hit the target. But it's early. It's 4 minutes. I'm thinking, okay, we can still do well today. The game goes on. 15 minutes goes by, and it's a good cross in the box, again, by Wirtz. You'll notice a lot of good work was done by Wirtz today. But this time, Isak's on his heels. I'm sitting there thinking, come on, Isak. I keep calling him Isak. Come on, Isak. You've got to gamble. He doesn't gamble. Then we're playing some good link-up ball. We're in possession mainly. And then on 21 minutes, a great save, absolutely great save from Areola. Again, from Isak. He tries an overhead kick in the 6-yard box. And I'm not right behind it, but I'm to an angle behind it. And I'm thinking, it's falling at a weird height, but he can overhead kick it. It's going to go in. It's going to go in. But Areola gets his left hand up and blocks it. And you're there sitting there thinking, is this going to be a game where we don't take our chances and we're going to get punished? And then I'm thinking, come on, guys, let's just keep our foot on their necks. And to their credit, they do. It's not exciting football. It's not strong pressure, but we're not really letting them off the hook. We're not conceding many chances, and it's looking good. Obviously, Alisson goes down at one stage, and I'm thinking, how is our luck? I mean, he's only just come up from injury. What is it? Then, on 25 minutes, good play, goes across, then Gomez gets the ball, and I'm sitting with my brother-in-law, and he was just saying, listen, Gomez, he's not going to cut it. Why are we playing him right back? He's not going to cut it going forward. And I'm like, listen, I don't mind. We don't need him for the going forward part of the game. We need him. We need a clean sheet today. We need a clean sheet, so he has to play. I've been asking for it for the last 2-3 weeks, so I'm happy that he's playing. Are we going to lose a bit because he's playing further forward? Yes, we are. He's never scored. And like I said, on 25 minutes, he just has to shoot. He gets a good pass. He's bearing down an angle. Just shoot. And if you shoot across the goalkeeper, he could potentially save it, and in a rebound, someone scores. But eventually, he tries to find someone, and it's a poor pass that goes to no one, and they clear it. But we're still pressuring them. 27 minutes on the clock now. There's good play from all our attackers, and then there's a nice interchange down the left-hand side. But yet again, final ball is poor. This time from Kirkes, doesn't find a player in the box, and then I'm sitting there thinking, is it going to be our day today? Because the chances are coming. Not fantastic chances, but the chances are coming. Then 31 minutes, it's great football. It leads to a good pass from Wirtz. Wirtz again into Gakpo. He plays it across the box. But I don't know, Gakpo if he's on his heels, just fails to control the ball. You feel that if he controls it, well, first touch control, bang, it's probably a goal. But miscontrols it, doesn't really get onto it, and then the move breaks down. They get the ball. Then I think what you'd say is one of the two biggest chances, because obviously the biggest chance is probably Isak, but the next biggest chance is Wirtz. Wirtz, it's a long ball that goes to Gakpo. Gakpo wrestles with Wan-Bissaka, but manages to get the better of him, plays the ball back to Wirtz, and Wirtz is at the angle. And I'm right behind it. All he has to do is curl it around the goalkeeper. There's no power, nothing on the pass. And you're thinking, come on, Wirtz. This was your moment to break your duck in the Premier League. And then there's not much that goes on after that. We missed two big chances. The Isak chance and the Wirtz chance. Big chances. Really and truly, we should have gone into that half. We should have gone into the half 2-0 up and cruising. But you could see the lack of confidence, I'm being completely honest. There's times I watch Wirtz and he's getting into spaces. And you're like, just give him the ball. Someone pass it through the lines. Because then he can turn and he can go forward. But then they pass it back and they pass it sideways. And that is a real frustration. You can see the lack of confidence in the team, that they're always just passing it and they're not sure or confident in just going forward. There's times where we've seen us, even last season, we get the ball and pace, we're gone. We're going forward, we're attacking them. Now it's just second guessing ourselves. Do we go here? Do we go there? No. But listen, halftime comes, and I'm pretty sure it's the first time this season we've been 0-0 at halftime. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, cool. Slot will go in, have a good chat to the guys, and we will come out second half and show that we mean business and we'll be the better team. So we come out of the changing room, second half, and it's good. We're passing the ball around, and we're trying to make spaces, trying to find gaps, but it's not quite coming off, for being completely honest. But then on 59 minutes or 60 minutes, we were good football down the wing. It starts off with Wirtz. A good pass from Wirtz. Thinking he's going to take a touch, too many. Miscontrols it slightly, but he gathers himself, and a little slide roll pass to Gakpo, who stumbles a little bit, but gets a good left foot across the box. And then Isak, near post. Listen, it's a clean strike. It's a strike of someone in confidence, being completely honest. Passes it in, and I'm behind it, and you see it all the way. And the relief from Isak, the relief from the players, the relief from me in the stands. I mean, it was such a good moment for us to score because we were on top. Yeah, keeper had no chance, well-deserved lead, and then you're sitting there hoping, can we then build on this? Can we get better and better? Then we get into a bit of a lull. West Ham don't really have many chances, but they're attacking, they're getting to the byline. Give credit to Kirkes, because he's not great on the ball, but defensively, he was good today. Every time they tried to get round him, he got a block in, gave her a free kick, a corner or throw in. So generally, he had a good defensive performance, but he definitely needs to work on his on the ball work. So 74 minutes, Wirtz comes off for Jones. And I'll be honest, I'm sitting there thinking, why are we taking off Wirtz? He is actually playing fantastic. He's having his best game he's had in the Premier League for us. And it's the kind of game you want him to play 90 minutes. He can get a goal, he can get an assist, he can do more. He comes off for Jones, and if I'm honest, Jones doesn't do much apart from 2 minutes later, makes a good run forward to Ekitike. Obviously, before that, Ekitike comes on for Isak. I forgot to mention that. Isak didn't look happy going off, being completely honest. But he scored, but at the same time, I didn't think he should have started the game. But I was happy that in the end that he started because he scored. So 76 minutes, Jones makes a good run. Ekitike curls it wide, and you could tell from the moment he hit his foot, it wasn't going in. But it was positive. Then we're playing, and it's a bit of here and there. There's not much going on. And then there's a moment of madness from Paquetá. Don't know what's going on. He fouls Szoboszlai, moans at it, and then starts waving his hands at the referee and just doing all this kind of stuff. Then referee gives him a yellow card. And for some reason, he decides to go after him. Turns around, starts going to referee. You get Bowen trying to stop him. Fernandez tries to stop him. Even Alisson that comes out of goal tries to stop him. Because you can all see, if it's 10 seconds of being in the referee's face, you get it. But when you look at it, he was in the referee's face for a full minute while Kirkes was getting his hamstring stretched or his calf stretched. And then all of a sudden, the referee, I didn't even see this for the second yellow card. I just saw a red card. I'm like, what's he done? Has he sworn at him? He's given a red card. And I'm like, okay, cool. He's got a red card. Guys, it's our time now. Our time to control this game. There's 6 minutes left of the game. Just keep possession. Keep possession and win it. But if I'm being completely honest, what then happened is the nervousness kicked in. The fact that we've not won a game for ages, the fact that we haven't been able to control games, and with 10 men, West Ham were pinning us in. We were defending it well. Bowen gets a shot, which, if I'm being honest, he should have scored, but missed the target completely. But I was concerned. I was thinking, who's the team that's got 10 men right now? Is it them or is it us? But listen, I'm not going to be negative on this one. We defended well. We blocked well. Apart from that one chance, they didn't really have a sniff. And then in the 92nd minute, it's good work down the left-hand side. Ball gets crossed in, but don't quite get it right. But Szoboszlai being Szoboszlai, doesn't give up on it. Runs it down across the penalty box, passes it to Gomez. Gomez crosses it in. Gakpo chests it. And I'm thinking, when he chests it, I'm thinking, oh no, too heavy a chest. But it goes past the player. The player's off balance and he smashes it into the back of the net. 2-0, game over. And yes, the win that we've needed, the win that we've been begging for the last 6-7 games, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, really happy with the win. Let me say it. It wasn't the greatest performance. It wasn't the greatest performance, but it was a win. I can't sit here and say anyone had a bad game. And it's been a long time since I could say that. Not a single player on that pitch let us down today. And listen, hopefully I can go to every game if I can. Guys, if there's anyone that's out there that wants to give me tickets, I might be a lucky charm. We won today and we deserve to win. So, as I normally do, I'll do the play ratings. And the ratings would be quite good today because, like I said, not a single player had a bad game. So, as I normally do, I start with the goalkeeper, Alisson. Had a bit of a scare early on, but he played through. And the fact that he played through, I'm hoping, touch words, that we don't get a notification or message tomorrow saying that he played through the injury, but he's out for a few weeks. Slot has said in the post-match that there's no injury there. He played on, if he was injured, he would have come off. So yeah, he gets a 7 for me. Doesn't have a save to make. So, in all honesty, I can't really give him a really high score. So yeah, he gets a 7. Joe Gomez, thank you. Finally, Slot, you have listened to us and you brought Gomez in and defence looked better for it. Listen, it was no frills. He wasn't trying anything fancy, but at the same time, it looked like he was playing right back, right wing, and right centre midfield at certain points. But it was a really good performance from him. From someone who's hardly played this season, it was really good. I've given him a 7.5. Hopefully, fitness means that he can continue playing because I think we're going to need him against Sunderland because the way they play with the long balls into the box and all that kind of stuff and the physicality, I think we're going to need Gomez. So even if it means he only plays 60 minutes and we put on Ramsey as a backup, but for me, Gomez has to play next game. Really happy with his performance. I'm a big Gomez fan. Although he probably should have left because of all the stuff we've heard. Listen, I've said it before. He's been having injections in his knee. So I'm happy, even though he had an injection in his knee last week, he was able to put in a good 90-plus minute performance today. Moving to Konate. It was a good performance, but it was a bit of a mixed bag, I'll be honest. I've given him a 7.5 as well. But there was times where he was on the ball and it's like, what are you doing? Just pass it or just kick it out. And he was dawdling or pushing players over when you just have to wait. You know the player's going to fall over. If you stand back, he's either going to pass it to someone else or you're going to win the ball back. But I'm not going to be too hard on him. Much better performance today. Won his aerial duels. I don't think he lost a header in the end. Yep, 6 out of 6 aerial duels. Ground duels, 1 out of 3. But a much better performance from him. Really happy with how he played today. And listen, let's just hope it's the start of something. I'm hoping today is the start of his renewed Liverpool career. Sounds over dramatic, but listen, we need the best of Konate if we're going to get up there. So again, 7.5 for him. Van Dijk, he gets the same for me. He completed the most passes in 74 today. And in terms of duels as well, it wasn't a great aerially. Callum Wilson did trouble him a little bit, but not entirely. He only wins 2 out of 4 aerial duels, but ground duels he wins. He's one ground duel that he's involved in. But yeah, happy with his performance in the end. He gets a 7.5. Kirkes, on the ball, he's not great, I'll be honest. On the ball, he wasn't great today. I've given him a 7. Defensively, he did his job, I can't lie. Passing wise, 25 out of 32 passes. Ground duels, 2 out of 6. And aerial duels, 2 out of 3. Recoveries, 3. But Bowen is a difficult person to come up against. And he didn't really give Bowen much of a sniff today. So 7 for him. Gravenberch was a lot better today. He's got a 7 as well. Marshall did defense really well. Got on the ball quite a lot. He's the most foul player on the pitch, 3 times. And passing accuracy, 58 out of 65, 89%. But yeah, he did a good job today. Really pleased. Hopefully, he can continue in this vein. Out ground duels, he wins 4 out of 6. And aerial duels, he wins 2 out of 3. He just done his job in midfield. McAllister, best performance of the season. As in, from the minute 1 to minute 95, best performance of, because he has been horrendous this season. But today, he completed the most dribbles, which is weird for him. That's not really his bag, but he does a good job today. I look at his ground duels, he got involved a lot of them. 6 out of 11, so 55%. But as I've always said, he's the kind of person, he gets into the ground duels and someone else wins the ball. So 2 tackles today, happy with his performance. Hopefully, again, with him, it's the start of the start of his season for him, really and truly, because he hasn't played football so far. So really happy with his performance. He gets a 7 as well. Wirtz, I thought Wirtz was really good. Some people might say that score's a bit too high because he didn't get an assist or anything, but I'm actually giving Wirtz an 8 today. For a really good performance. On the ball, really good. Finding lots of good pockets. Wasn't always found, but his work rate was really good. Gets a shot, should score, but just a really good game from him today. And he battled. Wins 3 out of his 5 ground duels and has 3 recoveries. So happy with what he's done today. People may laugh, say he's got no assists, no goals. How can you give him such a scoreline? But for me, the things he laid on, he probably could have had 2 or 3 assists, 2 at least in the first half, where players just don't finish. And he could have had a goal. So happy with his performance. Gakpo gets a goal and assist. He gets an 8 as well. Probably gets man of the match because obviously he gets goal and assist. But he's a weird one. He doesn't do a lot, but he gets a goal and assist. So you can't really begrudge him. But I'll be honest, I was sitting there saying, when Kirkes went off injured, just before he scores, Gakpo, at 90 minutes, I'm there like, why is he still on the pitch? Like, they're down to 10, we're struggling. Take off McAllister, take off Gakpo, bring on Chiesa, bring on Endo for the energy, and let's see out this game. And then what happens? He scores. I'm like, okay, what do I know? But I still think that was the right call. I still think Chiesa should have come on. I still think Endo should have come on to see it out a bit more. But they both played well. So Slot got it right. He gets an 8. Move on to Szoboszlai. Good performance from him. He gets a 7.5. All action as always. And he didn't let us down. The team looked different without Salah. And obviously that was a big call for him not to play. But he did a good job. At times I wasn't sure whether we were playing a diamond or if he was playing right wing because it was really flexible. But listen, we played well. His ground duels, 4 out of 7, 57%. But a lot of recoveries, 5 recoveries and 2 tackles. So we're really happy with performance. Gets 7.5. Isak gets his goal, 7.5. Should have had 2, maybe even 3. There's one that he skies, which he should get on target at least. Great save from the goalkeeper and obviously the goal. Hoping, again, just like I said from McAllister, and like I've said for Kirkes and Konate, hopefully it's the start of a new season for him where they go from strength to strength and they help us win this league. So, guys, we move on to the subs. Ekitike comes on. He plays okay. I've given him a 7. You see the work rate that Isak still hasn't got. He's hunting down. He's closing down. He's working hard. And listen, TK this season has been one of my favourite players, and I'm really happy that he's getting to that you signed him. But should he have started? Probably. Was surprised that Isak started. Thought Ekitike deserved to start, but he did his job. He contributed. He gets a 7. Curtis Jones comes on. Doesn't really do much, to be completely honest. I've given him a 6.5. Some people may say harsh. Well, I'll let you decide. 6.5 stroke 7. I don't think he was bad, apart from he tried some Cruyff turn in the middle of the box, in the middle of the field, which he really didn't need to do. And they got the ball at the edge of our box and ended up getting a shot off or crossing. And I would have been fuming because it would have made it 1-1 if they'd scored. But Jones, you do need to do a bit better there. Robbo comes on in the 85th minute and just does a job. I'll be honest. He gets a 6.5, just does a job, and we win. Now I'll move on to Slot. This week, he gets a 7. I was happy with the starting lineup. There has been talk of Salah being dropped or being rested, rotated, fine. Should he have played Ekitike? Yes, but I don't mind Isak. Isak came on, started the game, and got his goal, so it was the right decision. But more importantly, he played Gomez. We've been asking for it for ages. He played Gomez, and we're better for it. So he gets a 7 for me this week. The relief of winning a game, but I'm not going to get ahead of myself. It's only one win, and it's against a very, 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 very poor West Ham team, who eventually went down to 10 men. But a win is a win. Be happy for it. I'm happy for it. Hope you guys are happy for it. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to comment. And don't forget to hit the notification button. Guys, let me know your match ratings. Let me know who you thought man of the match was. Let me know if you think anyone was given too high a rating or not high enough rating. But yeah, take it easy, guys. Peace out.